Hello everybody, welcome back to Simulated Heaven, and we are in Train Simulator 2015. Now what usually happens with this game is they usually give you a free update every year, even though I bought this game about 3 or 4 years ago, I can't remember exactly. I've had a free update ever since, every year, and they usually do quite incremental changes. They just add or they slightly tweak some of the things. They don't really make massive changes. I know a lot of people have been kind of upset that they haven't done an upgrade of the actual engine for quite a while in this game. Personally, I think the reason they're doing that is because they have built up so much DLC with this engine that they don't want to just make incompatible by adding a new, by having a new engine. But to be honest, there needs to be a point where they do actually do that fairly soon, because I think that people are going to start to get more and more upset about that. Anyway, so it looks exactly the same. They've got slightly different slowed down menu music, which I really like actually. Everything else is exactly the same as the old version, except they have the Academy. The Academy is just tutorial missions and training. They've just repackaged it with a nicer UI, as you can see, which I think is really good. And if you're a new player, that's really great. Everything else is pretty much the same. If you look in the store, you'll see right now, like, everything is half price. So if there's anything you've been waiting to buy for this, maybe it's a good time for you to buy it now. Now if you want to look at your Steam Workshop add-ons, you go to Profile and you go to Workshop, and then that's where you can see all the stuff that's installed, and you can obviously see that it's installed. And then, so for example, but I have been finding for some reason it hasn't really been showing up. Like, you see, when I'm clicking on all this, it's not really showing up as what are the required add-ons and stuff like that, which is a little bit strange. Okay, so for example, if I was going to do this one, training run Faversham to Rochester, I could go into the main menu. I could go to drive, because actually you find them in the regular thing here. You go to standard, and if I was to type in the search window, training run, yeah, see, there it is, training run Faversham to Rochester. So then I can start it from here, because I believe I do have everything required. So let's try to start that. So far I've just kind of noticed some improvements to the UI. So let's try loading up this scenario. This is a Steam Workshop scenario. Like I said, like I usually do, I'll leave a link in the description for this Steam Workshop item. And yeah, why don't we see if there's any improvements in the actual gameplay itself, because the only thing I can see that is different so far is slight UI changes. Now I wanted to do a real first impressions video. I haven't actually played this version of the game yet, so I wanted to do a video just to show you my live reactions. Okay, good morning driver. Today you'll be driving the training service from Faversham. You will need to join another set that has arrived at Faversham from Dover, and then take control of the service. You will need to stop before the train and pick up passengers before you couple up to the train in front. Okay. So first of all, I really like this Train Simulator Academy version of the train. I think that looks really nice, actually. Okay, let's get into the cabin. Yeah, it's a nice train. Looks pretty good. It would be nice if it was a bit more high res, like there's a sign here. If that was more high res, that would be great, but no. Okay, so let's just look at the, I believe we can click on one of these to show us the task log. So we have to pick up passengers from S stopping point 1, oh, at Faversham 2. We have to couple, pick up passengers. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Let's get the train moving. So I believe this is a train that comes free with the game then, because it's a training academy train. I would imagine all those trains, surely they must be free with the game, right? Okay. So yeah, looks like we need to stop very soon. Yeah, this must be the train up ahead. Let's slow down a bit. Don't really want to crash into the train if we can help it. I seem to be getting around 27 FPS. We'll see. Oopsie daisies. We'll see as we go if there's any improvement in the frame rate. Let's get back into the cabin, or we're going to crash into the train. I mean, so far I'm not really noticing any real difference in the graphics. Maybe they've tweaked it slightly. It does look very, very similar to the previous version of the game. I wonder how close you have to get in order to couple up. Not quite sure. Right, let's zoom in a bit. No. No. So anyway, you should be able to coupling camera. Okay, does that mean there? Yep. Oh, that's good. So we can actually see. So we can try it carefully. There we go, we must be coupled now. Cool. Are we coupled? Do we have to click anything? I don't think so. I think we must be coupled now. Okay. So let's go to our task log. Pick up passengers from stopping point Faversham. Couple. Okay, so maybe we need to open the doors first. Actually. Can't see very well. Oh, there you go. So let's pick up the passengers. Now I believe what will happen then is it should then put me into the train ahead. The train I just coupled to. Or we might have to manually do that. We'll see, I don't know. Now that you've good now proceed on your run. Oh crap. Okay, let's see what we're doing here then. Right, which way are we going? Can we go like that? I believe we can. Is that going the right way? Okay. This must be the right way because I see a green light. I think this is the right way because the other way was a red light. So that's how I work out. Let's see, is it going to say in, because it says Sittingbourne 1 in 7.27 miles. Yeah, that is now reducing. Brilliant. So I believe we are going the right way. Okay, so let's have a look at our lovely long train. speeding yet or anything, which is good. I'm going to go back into the cabin. I mean, the frame rate is hovering around 25 to 29 FPS, which is okay. It doesn't seem like they've made any like great improvements to the gameplay itself. The UI here looks exactly the same, to be honest. The frame rate, maybe the frame rate is slightly better. It does seem like it is at 30 more often than it used to be, in my opinion, when recording. I could be wrong. Okay, so when we look at the task log, oh yeah, there you go. So it says these two are ticked. We need to pick up from Sittingbourne 1. Okay, brilliant. So at least I know I have completed everything okay. We're going a nice lick. Let's show you the outside view here. Yeah, I do really like the new Train Academy thing here, the Train Academy livery. I do actually like that, it's pretty cool. When we are looking around, there is a slight kind of hitching of the frame rate when you look around, which has happened in previous versions. So to be honest, maybe they have made slight improvements, but I don't see anything which I would say is a major improvement. And I mean, the graphics in this game have been very, very similar for a long time. That's the problem. They've been like this for rather a long time. So, yeah. I mean, the game looks alright. It's not a bad looking game. I just think people are kind of looking for it to improve, you know? To actually show a progression, and we're speeding somewhat. Whoops, I'm so naughty. So we will be at our next pickup in just under 5 miles. Okay, we're not speeding anymore. Let's see if we can cruise. Oh, it's gone up to 85 now, so we can go a bit faster. Wow, that is some crazy frame rate there. It just went down to 11 for about a second. So yeah, this is why a lot of people are asking for a new engine, because of these issues. The game looks alright, but it doesn't run brilliantly, and I think that's why a lot of people would like to see the engine improve so that you can run it well, you know. Wow, it's kind of awesome seeing a high-speed train on the track, you know. When you have a scenario, it's really good if you have some traffic that will remind you the route you're on. I'm also getting quite a lot of screen tearing. I might have to turn on VSync, because it seems like I'm getting some pretty crazy screen tear. We're probably going way too fast through this station. Maybe not, I don't know. I would expect to have to slow down there, but never mind. Right, we're getting pretty close now, so I believe these kind of trains are quite easy to slow down quite fast, if you know what I mean. Or that's kind of what I find usually. They're quite responsive on the controls, shall we say. Oh yeah, and the interior of this train is pretty nice. Like I said earlier, apart from some things are not high res enough, but most of the stuff looks pretty nice to me, pretty well modelled. Okay, we're going to start slowing down a little bit, considering it's under 2 miles away now. And again, the frame rate is dropping and going crazy, and I'm seeing some freezing. So yeah, not much of an improvement, I'm afraid, with that. It looks quite dark. I think I need to put lights on. I'll sort that out in a minute, hang on. Let's have a look. Yeah, we have got lights on. Kind of. Yeah, I'm really not impressed with the FPS. It is equally as bad as it's always been. It just seems to go through phases where it will freeze a lot. It's kind of annoying. Okay, not far off now. Oh, and again we're slowing down too fast. Whoopsies. My bad. Here she comes. Let's see, should we put lights on? Nope. 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 I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's the best option. Okay, I did slow down too fast, didn't I? Oh well, never mind. Can't have it all. We're probably going to be late, probably. But that's okay. It's not the end of the world, is it? Not the end of the world. Wow, my train driving skills are looking really bad right now. Again, we're slowing down way too fast. I actually really like this train, how it can actually hold for you quite well. It kind of annoys me in this game when you're trying to balance the amount of power to have like a cruising speed. I found that before that could be annoying, where it was really hard for you to get it so that the train is just going at a constant speed. I'm not sure if it's the train or whether it's the update of the game. I have no idea, but it's certainly the level of control seems slightly better to me. Okay, so I think we must be late with all that larking about I just did. I think we should slow down perfectly here though. Yeah, let's open the doors when we're stopped. Like so. Okay, so what's next? So actually we've got quite a lot of stops here. Now one of the reasons I did choose this scenario is, as you can see, we will stop in Gillingham, and I was actually born in Gillingham, so that's kind of why I picked up this scenario. Now I would imagine the stations will start to come at us like pretty fast now. I seem to remember, because obviously I was born in this area, so I seem to remember that like Rainham, Gillingham, Chatham, they're all really close together, so we should find it's not very long for us to get to the next station. And I wonder if I'm going to start to actually recognise any of these areas we're driving to. I don't know. Well, the thing is though, I was born in Gillingham, but when I was 8 years old we moved away from Gillingham, and I have never lived there again, although I have visited family there a few times obviously. so I might not recognise things that well. Okay. So, only 2.58 miles away from our next stop, which is nice. Don't see any lights up ahead. I know that people are going to completely go crazy in the comments, but I can never remember all the lights in this game perfectly. I just saw a double yellow light, so I couldn't remember if that meant be prepared for a red light soon, or if I can't remember. Everyone always reminds me and I always forget, so apologies for that. That's why I was not speeding up like crazy, because I was just expecting there might be something that I need to slow down for. Yeah, this is a flashing orange light, which again, but we are stopping quite soon. I think that means flashing orange. I think that means I'm kind of expecting that I need to get ready for a red light. We'll see. I know that people are going to have a go at me again. I always seem to forget what the lights mean. This is why I'm not a trained driver in real life, clearly. Anyway, like I said, we'll just not go too fast. Of course, I can remember red light means stop, so that's the most important thing. The universal red and green is easy. The other amber ones I always seem to forget, like an idiot, but hey, that's life. Right then, so we're getting really close now, so I would imagine there'll be a red light when we get to the station. That might be the red light that it's talking about. I think I'll go a little bit faster. Not a lot, just a little bit. I have a feeling we're going to be really late anyway. Does it say... No, it doesn't really say a time, so... Okay. Newington 1. I can't remember the name of that place. Newington, I can hardly even say it. Newington. Having been born in this area, I don't even remember that place name. But like I said, I haven't actually lived in that area since the age of 8, so that might be why. Okay, we're doing good here. So again, we got an amber light. Yes, I can see the amber light. I'm expecting to have another, maybe a red light, like I said, in the station, probably. Okay, we're slowing down a bit. Hopefully we will get the slowing down a bit better this time. Oh, it seems okay actually. But yeah, the game really is exactly the same, to be honest. The game itself is pretty much exactly the same. They might have tweaked the graphics slightly, but I don't really notice anything that is different, to be honest with you. It's just basically mainly the UI, the training and stuff, which has changed. but hey, that is kind of what I expected. Like I said at the beginning, I usually expect very small incremental updates every year. When I see the new version of Train Sim is out, I don't really expect there to be massive wholesale changes. Excuse me. Okay, let's open the doors. Newington. So like I said, I have no idea about this, but when we start to get to Rainham, I know Rainham, obviously I know Gillingham, I know Chatham, I know Rochester, and I know all those places are very close together. So I reckon that they will be coming very, very quickly. Again, let's look at the outside of our beautiful train. I do like the train, I really do. Looks like a nice train. Okay. Let's go. So Rainham is in 2.6 miles, and I'm pretty sure after that it might get even closer. The stations might get even closer after that. We'll see. I mean, when I am talking about slight improvements in the graphics, like the actual look of the train, the reflections, they do look rather nice. I mean, the actual environmental graphics look exactly the same, I think, really. But I'm kind of wondering if they've slightly tweaked the look of the trains themselves. But it certainly is not a major update, is it? It certainly is not a major upgrade or anything like that. It still looks pretty much the same as before. Okay, so we've got one amber light to get. No, I think we have a green light. The amber light is for the next track, I believe. Yes. So I believe we have a green light. So we're okay with that then. So I'm going to try to fully motor to our next port of call, which is Rainham 1. Actually, we're going to get there really quickly. So I'm going to start slowing it down. No, that is not a red light for me. I saw a red light. No, that red light is not for me. I still have a green light, I believe. I hope. Yeah, that one's for the next rail across, I believe. It did make me panic a little bit when I saw red in the distance, but no, not for me. Which is a good job, really. And here we go with more micro freezing. Yeah, like I said, they do need to, I would say in the next version of the game, the 2016 version, they just need to bite the bullet, have a new engine, even if they have to start again with the DLC. That, you know, that there really has to come a point where they do that. They can't just keep using this engine and keep slowly adding, you know, tweaking it when the actual engine itself is quite outdated, and the performance that you were getting, you know, I have a fairly good up-to-date system. It's not a very good system, but it's a pretty decent one. So if I am still having issues with frame rate and micro freezing and things like that, then that is not very good, is it, really? Okay. I slowed down because I saw those two red lights kind of in the track there. I'm assuming that's not anything to do with me. If it is, I've just completely messed up. But no, I don't think it is for me. And again, we got another train on the opposite side here. Like I said, it's really nice to have a scenario with traffic, because obviously this is using the London to Faversham route, add-on route, so usually you would expect to see quite a lot of these high-speed trains. Okay, so we are in Rainham. Now, I seem to believe in real life, whenever we get into this area of Kent, I seem to remember it was the track was on a raised up thing, like a bridge or raised up section kind of thing. So it'd be interesting to see if it's a similar route here. Maybe it isn't, I don't know. It's like I said, I haven't been there for so long now. I haven't lived there for so long, so it could be a completely different rail line. Okay, so let's let the train stop and then let's open the doors at Rainham 1. I mean, just look at the cars, look at the texture on those cars. You know, they really do need to be updating the scenery, because I think the problem is if the game is not running very well and they can't update the textures and the graphics, I would say, in this engine, because it would just make the performance even worse, wouldn't it? So I believe that's why they need to upgrade the engine, so they can upgrade the graphics without having, oh hello, without having crazy, you know, effect on the performance. Okay, we're going to Gillingham 2. Oh, it's actually quite, well, it isn't far, but it's further than I thought. 3 miles, just under 3 miles now. Okay, I can see we have a green light up ahead, so I'm going to fare motor. I mean, actually, the scenery does look quite nice. You can see people's houses and gardens and stuff in the gardens, so it is alright. It just hasn't improved majorly for quite a while now, so I think that people were hoping for more of an evolution of the graphics. Okay, so we are gonna motor as fast as we can to go towards Gillingham 2. As you can see, we are motoring. Okay, there's a 60 speed limit up ahead, so I will probably not go too much over 60. I believe we have a green light. Yes, we do. That's good. There's not really a lot of point of going over 60 because, like I said, the 60 speed limit is pretty soon, so we'll kind of cruise. We're going uphill, so we still need quite a lot of throttle to maintain 60. Okay. Now, Gillingham 2 is coming up soon. Yeah, I don't really recognise any of the scenery, to be honest. Don't really recognise it at all, so like I said, it might be that it's a completely different line to the one that I have been on in the past. I really don't know, but it certainly does not look anything like the Gillingham that I knew way back when. Okay. I suppose I should slow down a bit more, actually, to be fair. Oh, that must be the football ground over there. Priestfield Stadium, that's what it looked like. Okay, I think we need to slow down even more now. I mean, I haven't been here for so long, but yeah. It probably is. I mean, usually they are quite accurate, these routes, aren't they? So I would imagine it's accurate, it's just I haven't been here for so long. It looks quite like countryside. I'm sure that Gillingham is not this countryside. You know what I mean? When you look into the distance, you see a lot of countryside. I know for a fact that Gillingham is not very countryside-like. Maybe it's just that they haven't made the scenery like that far back, if you know what I mean. Anyway, whatever. Okay, we are at the station. We are cruising down the platform. Actually, this is actually the Gillingham station I remember, and there's like a tunnel at the end here. I'm pretty sure there's a tunnel at the end. So this bit here looks exactly like the Gillingham station that I remember, and it seems like it hasn't changed hardly at all over the years. It looked like this when I was a kid, when I used to live there. So yeah, not much of a difference at all. But it is kind of nice when you see that they have made it pretty much exactly the same as it looks in real life. That's pretty cool. Because yeah, like I said, there's like a bridge here, then further down here, I believe, further down here, I believe there will be a tunnel. Okay, Gillingham 2, so then the next stop is Chatham and then Rochester. So this is actually going to be a slightly longer video than I expected. I didn't think the scenario was actually going to be this long, but that's fine. Yeah, so it does look pretty much exactly the same as I remember, so yeah. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's go. Lady, don't walk in front of my train. Yeah, so there's a bridge, then there's a bit more, then there'll be a tunnel along here. Now this part I can remember. Let's go a bit slower and go into an outside view. Oh, was that a red light for me? No, I think it only turned red after I went through the light. Yeah, there was like a bridge here. Yeah, I can remember, like when I was a kid, I used to walk along this bridge and dream of being a train driver until I realised like what the, you know, realism is, what the real situation is of being a train driver. But when you're a kid, you want to be a train driver, right? Yeah. So it does seem pretty accurate, to be fair. Anyway, let's not waste too much time. And here is the tunnel that I was talking about. So let's go. Yeah, we've got a green light. That's good. So obviously Chatham is really not far away. And like I said, from what I can remember, it's Chatham is very, very close to Gillingham. Rochester as well is really not that far away, so we should get this scenario sewn up pretty quickly. Now I can't remember that much after the tunnel. Is it that immediately after the tunnel is the Chatham station? I don't remember, to be honest. I don't have a memory that's that good. Now, the speed limit is 60, and also the platform is very close. Yeah, and you can see that both Chatham and Rochester are incredibly close to each other. Yeah. And I think we're speeding. In fact, I know we're speeding. Haha. Oopsie. My bad. Going downhill, so I'm going to slow it down. Yeah. This is actually accurate. I do remember this part of the track as well, and I'm pretty sure this is accurate to the real thing. Well, like I said, they usually do a good job of making their add-ons very accurate. Of course, I think that's what people would like for the realism, and yeah, they do usually do that quite well. So yeah, I was actually right that you go through a tunnel and then directly after the tunnel is the station. So I did, in my memory, have some recollection of that, which is very interesting, isn't it? Okay, we need to slow down a little bit faster, I think. Yeah, not too much though. I think we're good. I'm all over the place with the power right now. Come on, man. What was that? Oh my goodness. That's like the worst use of power ever in a train driving game. Obviously I'm using the mouse to control this. It would be so much easier if I had some kind of analog stick thing, like a controller. I know that you can buy a controller for this game, but you know what, I have so many controllers. I have a steering wheel, I have so much already that I just don't want to fill up my house with more gaming controllers, so that's why I've not actually bought a train driving controller. Okay, so again, let's let the train come to a stop. Let's have a look outside. So then the next station is incredibly close. So it won't take us long to get this sorted. Okay. I always accelerate too fast. I should really wait until I hear that sound, but I'm a bit lazy. I just, as soon as I see the doors are closing, I will just yeah, start increasing the power, but that's not realistic. I know I should wait until I hear the sound, but never mind. Wow, it's very dark. Are there any other lights where you can actually see better? No, I don't think the lights are supposed to make you see better. I don't know. Okay, and we are about to speed. Okay, so this is going to be it, guys. Rochester 2 is just up the way here. And again, I don't remember this part of the track particularly well, but I do remember it a little bit, and I think it is pretty accurate, to be fair to them. I do have a vague memory about some of the buildings that I can see right now. Although I'm sure it has changed over the years. Okay, let's just cruise on to our final pickup point. Hello everybody. Yay. We've got more robot walking people. Okie dokie. Let's just stop. Let's let the train stop and then we'll open the doors. Should be okay. Oh, no, it's not going to stop. So maybe we'll just get to the end of the platform then. We are crawling. Okay, let's just stop it there, whatever. Okay guys, so that'll be it, I believe. So I'm going to say thank you for watching this video, first impressions of Train Simulator 2015. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, it really is not a major update, it's just another very small update. I don't really see hardly any improvements in the gameplay itself, it's more just the UI and the way they've reorganised the tutorials. So yeah. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.